I'm gonna tell you a story. The thing you have to understand, though, is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can call it a miracle, because I'm the one who's talking to you. Now, a couple things. Here's the deal. I got another. I've This might surprise you if you've actually watched a couple of these. I only started doing these like honestly in the past few months, but I have another Pancha Amrita. Um, I'm not gonna be like eating it now. It's basically altar fruit that I'm gonna put on the altar. I'm gonna probably put another video out in a few days after, like, because I'm supposed to change the fruit every like 3 days or so. I'm gonna just show you what I got for putting on the altar this time. I have a kiwi, a persimmon, a dragon fruit, a star fruit, and a mango. Interesting thing about mangoes, there's a thing in Sanskrit called the Feast of the Mangoes, which I think is like supposed to be like some sort of like probably a celebration of someone like the gods is like, here, you're good enough to like live a couple extra like 50 years or so. Here's a magic mango. I feel like that's supposed to be what it's about. But so those. I mentioned a while back that I actually turned this place into a temple, and I started it May 5th. As far as I'm aware, actually, in Triway, the new year is, if I understand this correctly, supposed to be on the new moon of in May, the first new moon in May. It's actually why I chose to actually set the like when I decided, like, you know what, I'll give this a shot. I'll see if this works. Anyway, at some point I'm probably gonna go through this. This is Lulwin's Witch's Date Book 2023. I got this basically at the beginning of the year, and it has a bunch of cool stuff in it. It's really handy for like baby witches if you're like just getting started and you're like, I'm interested in this, but like I'd like something that's like light but like still kind of fun. It's pretty good for that sort of thing. I'll probably maybe in a couple months or maybe at the end of the month or so, or a couple days or whenever I'll look through it and go through some of the stuff in there because there's some interesting stuff in there. There's like a candle magic ritual here, kind of thing there. Speaking of which, I have this handy, so I may as well show you. Oh, there's some notes from when I was learning Arabic. I actually haven't touched my learning of the Arabic script in a while, but for candle magic, general things that you might want to know, or if you don't know about this is pretty common information for candle magic. For health and sickness, green and blue candles are best. White and blue work for happiness. Power and control, purple and blue, and red, but mostly purple, honestly. Money, gold, or yellow, or orange. Not so much green, although Americans might get good results from your candles. Pink or red for love and sex, and for for getting hexes off you. For protecting yourself from them in general, you use white ones, but for breaking them, you use black ones. So just a quick note on that. What else do I have here and there? Oh, a few acknowledgments. Um, for good or for ill, these are factors of presences on YouTube that I'm actually probably actually directly related to me eventually deciding to do this. Cinema sins, because there is no movie without sin. Um, Matthew Santoro and Rob Dyke. Also, I'm blanking on her name, but she's a coroner that has a whole series on causes of death. She's awesome. Um, TYT and Think Tank. Yeah, if you don't know my politics, I'm someone who's so far left you get your guns back. Um, just so you know, I try not to let it really involve in this because like that's I feel like it's kind of rude. I don't want to be pressing my beliefs on anyone, and if you are offended by that or offended by the idea that I'm a leftist, oh well, it is what it is. But then there's yeah, there's that. Also, uh, quick note on something that like someone in the real world who like I actually hadn't even thought of this, but like honestly would be directly someone who some of the laws in the detective series would apply to. There's a I'll say woman because she chose a female name. A An artificial intelligence in a robotic shell named Sophie, who's a citizen of the United Arab Emirates because, well, they're willing to give her citizenship, and quite frankly, we should have been willing to do that too, but that's not something apparently the land of the free is ready for, I guess. It is what it is. I don't know if she even applied here. Like, it's possible she did, it's possible she didn't. I'm not entirely sure where she was, I'll say born, because I think saying manufactured is a little bit, insensitive. That may be a strange thing for me to say, but like honestly, one of the laws in there was the Digital Sentience Act, which was more specifically about the core concept of what if we end up having like there is so much information like in the internet, like moving around in the cloud, so to speak. Like, what if we just like end up having some we have some bots generating literal actual sigils. Like I noticed this back in like 2021. I was like, what are we doing? What are we thinking? What could happen from this? So it's just like an if you're thinking that like, oh, we don't have to worry about like artificial intelligence having rights, like we don't have to worry about that. No, we do. They exist now. Now. So, if you haven't seen this, hi Sophie, I'm Jeff. Um, you can also call me Oracle because I'm talking to everyone, but hi. Let's see. I mentioned before that was a druid. As a transition, here is the Celtic Tree Oracle. This is about basically trees. It's about trees and the alphabet. Here's a book on runes for use it. These rune stones, or Pratima Zila if you want to use the Sanskrit, you know, image stones. But got tarot cards right here. I also have in my little kit, because I have my little tarot kit. I have a handful of decks here, like a Crowley Thoth deck that's been kicking around forever. I have my father's old Marseille tarot deck, which is effectively just like a French tarot deck. The inverted tarot. This is fascinating. As for dealing with this is fascinating for if you're aware of the core concept of what a death clown is. Essentially, the core concept of it is very tied to like essentially all death gods. Like the core concept of like why Ryuk from Death Note is always smiling. It's because death makes fools of all of us. So there's a core concept of like in old like medieval courts. Um, Sometimes there's a big deal made that this happening, sometimes not. But it was supposed to be like the king, no one talked back to the king, except the jester, because the jester's job kind of was to talk back to everyone, specifically to the king, because he was the one dude who was like given license to be like, you're looking dumber than me, dude. You need to stop. To the king, that was his job, essentially. Um, This is fascinating. I got this from a little store that I'm pretty sure is gone now, in Haverhill. But this is fascinating. It had a like it has past, present, and future written on the major arcana, which I've never seen before. I've never seen that before. I've seen a lot of tarot decks, And also, I still have this until my brother retrieves them from me because I have a lot of stuff of his. These. These are awesome. Scarabs. This one has the Sphinx on it. So, anything else I need to bring up here? Um, um, okay. Alright. And on that note, I think I'm gonna do a little bouillabaisse, 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 bouillabaisse. Oh, with the glamour and the way of the ratio. A gyrating labyrinth and the arbor mottos, the joy brings circles traveling underway along the ramparts. And a bouillabaisse, 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 bouillabasse. Oh, generosity and the love of the world. Amity, Ahba, morality is flexible. Outer yard to ash trail, umbrella undying, undying, rakshasa, reverie round the yard, rooster of the hen house, strutting the coop. Oh, booyabas, 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 booyabas. Oh, gentlemen and rusties and ladies and all the true life, amas, roulement, madams and messieurs. Noblesse and oblige, understanding is reality, truest borders of infinity. Ah, boyabas, 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 boyabas. So, when the gable and the gifts and the gang crossing paths. Log is flowing like melting ice on Sue's messages all around mine as myself. Humans all around all feel like the hourglass circle from above. With the strength of the oracle of old, a radar Johnny like the lightning path. Oh, and I know where are the booyah oh, and I guess the winner the mother like me, pranayama, strobing the pranamana, clear blue mind. Arisha twins, a baby, and the current truth and dream. Reality insits itself some sorry, it seems. Oh, da boyabas, 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 boyabas. So, guilty cage law, true restorer will be. Abuses through witness make what we do we. Oh, true red, blue, and inverted be we, and the red cohort that the is true weave, and the booyabas, 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 booyabas. So, gates of horizon long hidden by fear, but us the the scholar and the maps, the secrets of the spheres universal is so we. On the Tactica, Uber, and the willow wheel of the Mazaragaga and the dragons all there. I reckon true by good justice stars there, and a boyabas, 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 boyabas. Oh, I be a Galatean Frankenstein, self-made deviant, a mild design, and the lacquer shimming canasarita. Up man kama kuma and away the clear and a mana da mana di yoga kamera on that yeah good kali up matara so we and revelation that the winners of we and boya bus all the we a different rolling in castle loom and the loom for the wedding with the angles they walk on a tell them over the wire corner Panda overpowered a later mother the Jesuit design and the Rakshasa revelation from the calibrations of the Halitan that cast aside and will you bus. Dream safely everyone and I will be whole.